Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I've done a sit down video, let alone a favorites video. I checked the last time I did a favorites video was in March, so it's been a while. I actually had planned to do this back in like May, June, and then I just got so busy that I never had the chance. But today we are doing a favorites video. I have a bunch of different products, a lot of makeup products, a couple skincare, one fashion, and one TV show. So let's get into it. First, obviously, besides my favorites, I've been using my Project Pan products. If you don't follow my blog, you might have missed this, but back in July I switched up my products, so I'll quickly go through my new Project Pan products because those are the products that I'm trying to use the most almost every single day. So if you're curious what the results were on the other Project Pan products, I'll link my blog post down below. I did pan a couple of products, which is very exciting, and I finished one. So we switched it up. So for my eyeshadow palette, we are now using the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette, the original one. And actually I've already made really good progress on this eyeshadow. It's a little hard to tell with my lights, but there is a dip in it, that's for sure. And I did use this palette to create this eyeshadow look. Very fun. For powder, I actually already picked one and finished one, but the powder I'm using right now, the Too Faced Born This Way. I've been trying to pan this for years, but you can see there's still some left. So that's my powder. For bronzer and blush, this time I have two separate products. So we have the Maybelline City Bronzer, and this is a Tarte Amazonian Clay in the shade Party. Like party, like there's 3 A's in the name. This is a shade, very nice. For highlight, this is the only product we're keeping the same. This is my Temp2 X BoxyCharm Liquid Glow. And then finally for lip gloss, I decided not to pick a lipstick because I've definitely noticed that I like to switch up my lipstick and match it with my outfits, but I wanted to at least have one gloss, so we are using the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow, the original one. So those are my Project Pan products. I use them almost every single time I do my makeup, and that's a really big thing, is that now I'm like actually wearing makeup every single day. During the pandemic, I didn't wear it every single day, only if I was testing products, but I wear it every single time I go to work, so I've definitely been using more product than I was before. First, I have two foundation favorites. The first being the Fenty Ease Drops Blurring Skin Tint Foundation. I did a video on this. I think I did. I definitely did a blog post about it, talking about this foundation. This is a great light coverage foundation. I feel like light coverage foundations, tinted moisturizers have become really big this summer, and I'm totally here for it. This is great for no makeup days, or days I'm just like having a really good skin day and I don't need as much coverage. I really like the finish of it. It's not too dewy, but it's not too matte, and it actually has decent coverage. I find that it's really good with redness because I have a lot of natural redness in my cheeks, and also just like with acne, so I find that this does a really good job of covering up that redness but not necessarily covering up everything. I do get some natural freckling in my nose. If you can see, I'm not wearing it right now, but you get what I mean. I have some natural freckling in my nose, so it still kind of like has the freckling. Sometimes some acne scarring will peek through, so it makes it look more natural, but it covers my redness, which is the biggest thing for me. Like all of the other Fenty foundations, this range is really good. Also, I love the squeeze bottle. I can squeeze it directly on my face because I am lazy, especially in the mornings if I'm getting ready quickly. Just squeeze it on my face and blend it out, ready to go. Then on the days that I want more coverage, I've been really liking the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. I kind of pulled this back out because it's been out for a while. It says new, but it's not new. It was new when I got it, and I've been really liking this foundation. It's what I'm currently wearing right now. What I really like is that this has really good coverage, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey in any way. What I also like too is that a lot of times if you have something that's dewy, it's not necessarily long lasting, and I want both, and this does both. I want something that's gonna last me the whole entire work day, so it doesn't look like crusty or like flaked off at the end of the day. This does it, but it also still has a little bit of dewiness. I also find too that like if I can powder and it'll stay matte. Sometimes when you have a dewy foundation and you put powder on top, then it like instantly becomes dewy or like greasy looking right away. But this, if I powder it, it like helps tame the dewiness. So it's nice because I can powder, like for example my forehead, which usually gets dewy, but then other parts like say the side, it's still very dewy. I really like the applicator. It's a paddle, as you can see, so it's really easy to apply on the face. I can just spackle it right on. And also because it's such an affordable foundation, I can have 2 shades of this. What are your shade names? Light and light medium. So this is really great because so I can have winter shade and a summer shade, and then I can also mix the two. What I've been doing lately is the darker shade I'll put around the perimeters of my face, and then the lighter shade I put in the middle, and it kind of just does like a natural like highlight. Or I can also like mix the two onto my face. So because it's affordable, you can easily get more than one shade. I got a pretty decent shade range and it's available at the drugstore. So very good. Affordable foundations. Now for a concealer, this is going to be a surprise, I think, because I'm kind of surprised that I really like this concealer, but it is a Too Faced Shape Tape Concealer. I know this concealer was huge for a really long time, and it was actually really hard to get in Canada for a while because it used to be an Ulta exclusive. It's not anymore. You can't get it at Sephora. But I got the wrong shade and it never worked underneath my eyes, and so I really didn't use it very often. But then I started using it on my face and I fell in love with it. I've been getting a lot of breakouts recently, probably because I'm wearing a mask way more and it's like wearing makeup underneath my mask. When I was in lockdown, it's not like I was leaving the house, but now that we're not in lockdown, I'm leaving the house, having to wear mask more, and therefore breaking out more, especially around here. I think you can see this bad boy, but right around here. So I really like this one for helping spot conceal on my face. So what I usually do is that I put a little bit on my face, let it sit for a second, blend it in, put foundation over top, and then if I need to, we'll go in with a little bit more concealer, and I find that is the best way for covering up the redness, and it lasts all day. Also, the other thing too is that sometimes I find that concealers can kind of like look cakey and like crumble throughout the whole entire day, but this kind of just like stays put. It is a full coverage matte concealer. There's a reason why everyone loved this in 2016, but it's great for spot concealing on the face. My favorite bronzer is this one. This is a Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick. This is so good. It's funny, I was FaceTiming my friend and applying this yesterday, and she was just like, oh my god, that looks so good. What are you using? So of course I have to share it with all of you guys. It is also what I'm currently wearing right now. What I like about this is that it blends like a dream. You just like put it on the face, and I could like apply too much, but it blends in so easily to the skin. It kind of just looks like a part of your skin. It just sinks in so well with other products that it just looks so natural. Sometimes when you're applying bronzers, it looks kind of obvious that it's a bronzer, but this just like, it just looks so beautiful. I also really like the shade of it. It matches like my natural body really well. The only thing, they don't really have a lot of shades. I think they only have 2, so like that kind of sucks, but for me at least it does work really well. It does a really good job of staying put. A lot of times cream products slip and slide a lot. They're not exactly the most long lasting, but this one is pretty long lasting. I always reach for this bronzer. It's so good. Okay, this one is kind of a surprise because if you watched video that like, because I got this on my BoxyCharm, so if you watched the BoxyCharm video, I didn't like it when I first tried it, but I gave it another chance and now I really like it. This is the Maven Beauty Rose Water Setting Spray, and actually I don't even have, I think I have a bit like this much left, so I've used a lot of this setting spray. The reason why I didn't like it at first is because it has a really strong rose water scent, and I like just don't like rose water, but I found as long as I like hold my breath when I spray it, it's totally fine. First, this has a really good mist. I will show you. I don't know if you saw that at all. It's a really like fine mist, so I don't have to worry about getting like little water droplets all over my face because that's so annoying. This is supposed to be a long wearing setting spray, and I actually do find it does a really good job of helping my makeup stay longer, you know, because I'm like working and wanting to have my makeup last all day. I've just been reaching for this, and I found that it actually made a difference. I also like to pair this with another setting spray, so I'll kind of spray this, and then I did this in my TikTok hacks. I learned the technique where you spray a sponge. So what I do is I kind of set my whole entire face with this setting spray, and then I'll go in with like MAC Fix Plus, because like that's just like a holy grail. That's like always just like a forever favorite. So I'll spray my sponge with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and then I just do my under eyes and the high point, and I find that it looks so good. Doing that technique helps smooth my under eyes and also accentuates the highlight, but this setting spray kind of helps all of the other powder products and creams kind of just like sink into the skin and last longer. So kind of really surprised, but you know, sometimes I do change my mind, and that's why I'm letting you guys know. This one was pretty good. Okay, and the final makeup product, and I am wearing it right now. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is a Maybelline Lash Sensational. That was like a tongue twister. Sky High mascara. This was really popular on TikTok at like the beginning of the year. Took me a while to try it, but I really do like it. I'm wearing it right now. Didn't put on any falsies so you guys could see how magnificent this is. This is a great everyday mascara. What I like about this is that it makes my lashes look really long but still separated. There's nothing worse than, like, for me, a clumping mascara that just like makes your lashes like into like 4 clumps of lashes. And like for everyday type of mascara, I prefer something that's lengthening, over volumizing, but you kind of want that like little bit of both. You don't want something that's just like super long and no volume, and this gives me length with just a little bit of volume, kind of like right in the base of the lashes. So yeah, I really like this. I also find that it does a really good job of holding the curl and keeping the length as well, because sometimes throughout the day they kind of just like fall and then you just got like straight lashes, but this does a really good job of keeping it all day, and it's also not too difficult to remove. Some mascaras like are so hard to remove, but this one is really good, and it's a drugstore mascara, so you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good mascara. Okay, now a couple of skincare. So like I mentioned, I've been having a lot of pimples lately, and one of the things that I've loved are pimple patches. I actually did a whole entire blog post comparing different pimple patches. I'll leave that down below, but these two are my two favorites. I actually ran out of these and now I want to go buy more, so we'll talk about these first. These are the Peace Out acne patches. I'm sad that I don't have the thing to like show you what they look like, but if you don't know much about acne patches, what they are, I'll show you the real ones. So what they are that they're little type of plastic disc like this. They're kind of like soft jelly, more like material, and what you do is that you put them over top of a pimple and you leave them overnight. I mean, you can wear them during the day, but most of the time they recommend that you wear them overnight, and what they do is that they help take all of the gunk out of the pimples. That way it like heals faster. This is especially good if you have a whitehead instead of popping the pimple, which creates scarring when you do it, and trust me, your girl's got a lot of scars. So I know you're not supposed to do that, so this will help not scar you and kind of heal faster. I found of all the ones I've tried, the Peace Out ones are the best at healing. They just like, I put it on and all the gunk out is the next day, and it's just like already starting to heal. Also, they're pretty big in size, so if you're like me, I a lot of times get clusters like around here. This, I don't know what it is. It's probably because I have a habit of something like this, but anyways, I get clusters, so because of this, it's so big that sometimes it can cover like 2 that are right beside each other. So I really like the piece out ones. If you want a more affordable option, these Real Beauty ones are pretty good and you can get them on Amazon. This is what they look like, and actually when you put these on the skin, at least for my skin tone, I don't know what they would be like on other skin tones. For me, they're actually kind of invisible and I could get away with wearing them during the day, especially if I'm wearing a mask. But yeah, these are like basically invisible. So if you're wanting something to discreetly wear during the day, these Real ones are pretty good. And they do a pretty good job of like healing as well, just not as good as these Real ones, as these Peace Out ones. Peace Out ones are like $25 and there's like 24, so it's kind of like $1 per patch, but they're effective. So if you get a lot of breakouts, I highly recommend looking into pimple patches. Now, this is kind of skincare, body care. This is the CeraVe. Is it CeraVe or CeraVe? Please let me know in the comments. But this is their moisturizing lotion for normal to dry skin. And I actually use this on my body. If you've read any of my like body care posts, I love body lotion. Like, it's something that I got into, I don't know when, but I just got into it. It's such a luxurious thing to get into, but like there's something nice about coming in the shower and just like rubbing your body in a really nice lotion. Helps keep your skin not as dry, and also if you use really nice smelling stuff, then it's like a fun experience. And then some are so strong that you don't even have to wear perfume type of thing. But I don't want to use heavily scented perfume ones on my chest and shoulders, because if you didn't know, I do suffer from body acne. It's a little better now. I always find it's better in the summer, maybe because I'm not like covered up as much. I don't know. It's always better in the summer versus in the winter, but because of that, I'm careful about what I put on my chest, on my body. So this is a long-winded way to say that I'll use a face moisturizer on my chest and my shoulders. So I got this one from CeraVe, whatever you say, and yeah, it does a really good job. What I like is that it's actually pretty thin lotion, so because of that, it sinks into the skin really quickly. There's nothing worse than putting on a lotion and then you have to wait like forever before you can get dressed. So this is thin, it blends really quickly, and it's a very simple cream. It's non-comedogenic, non-irritating, it's normal to dry, so it's kind of like meant, it's supposed to be a nice, simple, nourishing cream so it doesn't freak me out, which is kind of why I use it. And yeah, it's just a good cream if you're someone who is, you could even use this on your face too. That's why like they do come in smaller packaging, but I use it on my body. But yeah, if you're looking for like a really good simple moisturizer, this is a good one. Okay, and now a couple of random other favorites. First, I was too lazy to bring them upstairs, but my Walmart shoes. I think I have shown them up before. They are a dupe for Steve Madden's shoes. They're quilted leather on the top, and then they have a thick white sole on the bottom, and these have become my work shoes. I think I've mentioned this, but like I work for a sports organization, so while it's like business casual, but like pretty casual. Some days I even wear athletic clothing to work, but on the days that I don't, these are the shoes that I like to wear because they look very nice and professional, because like they're leather and they're quilted, but also it's like a slip-on shoe, so it's not like too fancy. I like the leather because it's easy to clean and they're so comfortable. They have a memory foam and a very thick sole, so if you have to do a lot of walking around, these are really great. Sometimes I do have to work around, some days I'm also just like sitting at my desk. These have become like my favorite work shoe. I wear them every single day and they've held up really well. Other clothes wise, I was thinking of doing maybe like a lookbook or like outfits of the week of like different business casual clothing that I wear. Like I mentioned, I'm in the office and I've bought a lot of business casual clothes because of that. So let me know if you guys are interested. I know a lot more people are going to be going back in the fall if you know, fingers crossed things go well. There is another wave. So if you're interested in that, please let me know in the comments down below, because I could definitely film that for you guys. And finally, my final favorite has been drumroll, Formula One. I know this is so random for me, so out of left field. All of my friends are just like, how and why did you get into this? Because like, if you know anything about me, like, it's just, you wouldn't think I would be into Formula One. So basically, how I got into it is that I saw a lot of people talking about it on TikTok, mainly young women like me, like my age, being like, oh my god, I'm so into Formula One. Like, if you're a girl, like, you know, check it out. Because if you didn't know, there's a Netflix TV show that kind of gives you the behind the scenes of Formula One. So a lot of people watch that show, and because of the show then got into watching the actual racing. So I was kind of a little on the fence about it. I was like, maybe. And then I saw Lana Davidson. I love her. She's one of my favorite YouTubers ever. She said that she watched the show and then got into watching Formula One. And you know, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I definitely have like influencers that like when they like something, I try it out. And Elena is definitely one of those people. If Elena likes something, there's usually a really good chance that I'll like it. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. My brother also watched the show and kind of likes Formula One too, so I was like, okay. I don't know when exactly it happened, because I watched like a couple episodes and I was just like, okay, like, sure, I'll watch a couple more. And then somehow I just got addicted to it. I just like, it was like I couldn't wait till like to watch more episodes of the show. And I just got into it. Like, and then I like, once the show was done watching the show, I was like, well, I want to keep up with this. But guess what? Formula One is a thing. There's races that are happening the whole entire year. So I'm able to like, now I actually watch races when they happen. The Formula One also has like a YouTube channel that they like post a lot of content on. So I'm just hooked. Okay guys, like, I don't know what it is. I think it's because it's like, they call it a sport, but it's not like your traditional sport. There's so many more aspects to it. Like, sure, there's like the actual like mechanics of building the car, but there's also so much like politics behind everything. And like, also what I like about the TV show too is that they give you the like behind the scenes business of it as well. And also like watching all the press conferences and people do like the communications. I really do enjoy it. I want more people to talk about it with, because like, I'm just obsessed. So if you've watched the show, please let me know down in the comments. We can talk all about it. Yeah guys, that is it for today's favorites video. Please let me know down in the comments if you've tried any of these products, if they were your favorites, and also let me know what some of your favorite products are. Maybe I will test them out myself. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Please like this video if you want to see more makeup, skincare, beauty related content from me, and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any new videos. That is it, and I'll see you in another video super soon. Bye.